Hello and welcome to VNA News Bulletin. I'm Bao Trung from Hanoi, and coming up next are top stories. Vietnam and Malaysia ink new aviation deal. Remittance to Ho Chi Minh City reached $3.7 billion. Vietnam welcomes 6.33 million foreign tourists in 10 months. The second Lao Cai diammonium phosphate plant started operating on November 7th in the northern province of Lao Cai. Deputy Prime Minister Hoàng Trung Hải cut the ribbon to inaugurate the plant. Addressing the inauguration ceremony, Deputy Prime Minister Hoàng Trung Hải said the second DAP plant into operation will help increase Vietnam's total output of diammonium phosphate to 660,000 tons per year, meeting two-thirds of the country's demand of the fertilizer. Lao Cai's DAP fertilizer will help stimulate agricultural production and ensure food safety, said the Deputy Prime Minister. Deputy Prime Minister Hai also asked the plant's managers to adhere to strict environmental protection and sustainable development regulations. The $232.6 million plant covers an area of 72 hectares in Tăng Long Industrial Park. It is designed to produce 330,000 tons of diammonium phosphate per year. The Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam and the Malaysia's Department of Civil Authorities signed a cooperation agreement on November 6 in Kuala Lumpur under the witness of Vietnamese Transport Minister Đinh La Thăng and his Malaysian counterpart Liao Thiong Lai. The agreement aims to create favorable conditions for businesses from two countries to open new air routes and strengthen aviation services. The 12-article deal also opens up opportunities for both countries in a number of areas, including flying safety, accident investigation, aviation security, and environment. The deal is also expected to enable both sides to increase information sharing, consultations, training coordination, and build joint initiatives in ensuring aviation safety and the environment.
Yeah, I'm happy to witness today the cooperation arrangement on civil aviation between Vietnam and Malaysia. So we are confident with this cooperation we'll be able to enhance the bilateral between Malaysia and Vietnam.
We see this as an opportunity to open new air routes to Malaysia. To make the most of this, we have prepared the necessary tools to meet international standards and tirelessly improve our service quality, ensuring safe and friendly flights.
The freshly signed agreement will improve upon the contents of the previously signed aviation cooperation agreement between Vietnam and Malaysia in 1978. The agreement took effect on November 6, 2015. Foreign ministers at the Asia-Europe meeting, or ASEM, have spoken highly of Vietnam's practical initiatives at the meeting. Vietnamese Deputy Foreign Minister Bùi Thanh Sơn has said during an interview granted to Vietnam News Agency's correspondent.
The 12th Foreign Ministerial meeting of the Asia-Europe meeting focuses on climate change, which presents huge challenges for the implementation of the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
At this year's meeting, the Vietnamese delegation has actively participated on two prioritized fields: to manage and reduce the risk of natural disasters and to use innovative technology to create sustainable development, particularly in agriculture. 7 countries participating at the event have voiced their supports for these goals. Moreover, they have also applauded Vietnam's efforts in strengthening the Greater Mekong sub-region connectivity towards sharing experiences in dealing with climate change and food security.
Participants held Vietnam's appeal for increasing dialogue, cooperation, and building strategic trust for peace, security, and stability in Southeast Asia, including the East Sea. The meeting concluded on November 6.
The 16th ASEAN Ministerial Meeting on Science and Technology commenced in Laos' capital of Vientiane on November 6th, with the goal of approving a plan of action in science and technology for the period of 2016 to 2021.
Addressing the opening ceremony, Lao Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Thongloun Sisulit affirmed science and technology is the foundation for development, and that approving a plan of action for the field through the 2016-2025 period will be a significant historical landmark in science and technology cooperation in ASEAN. Over recent years, science and technology cooperation within ASEAN has reaped positive results, as well as making important contribution to socio-economic development of each member states. Currently, a number of projects between ASEAN countries and partners are being implemented more effectively than in the past.
ASEAN member states have a long history of collaboration in science and technology. This is the 16th ASEAN Ministerial Meeting on Science and Technology and the 70th ASEAN COST meeting, and in the past year alone, we have seen incredible strides. Science and technology must pave the way for the establishment of the ASEAN Economic Community.
The ASEAN community is comprised of three pillars: political security community, economic community, and social culture community. In order to boost economic growth and integration, the science and technology field must be prioritized, creating a common voice for cooperation between parties, despite different circumstances and development level.
The agricultural sector is expected to grow 2.21% in 2015, representing a drop of 1.4% from last year and the lowest rise in the past 5 years. More in the following.
The sector's production is predicted to grow only 2.3% this year, a year-on-year decrease of 1.8%. However, its average growth in 2011-2015 is likely to reach 3.1%, exceeding the target of 2.6 to 3%. Meanwhile, export earnings from agroforestry and aquatic products are estimated at $30 billion, equivalent to 96.7% of the set target. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, two main difficulties facing the sector are weather and market. Impacts of El Niño phenomenon have seriously affected cultivation and fishery, which are two areas contributing greatly to the whole sector's growth. At the same time, US dollar exchange rate fluctuations in many countries recently also influenced agroforestry fishery exports, as the US dollar is a major means of payment. Besides, many markets have increased technical barriers, including food safety regulations and non-tariff barriers, which posed more difficulties for Vietnamese farm produce. The ministry said a number of measures will be rolled out to expand market and remove difficulties for production and export. The Steering Committee for Agricultural Market will evaluate the supply and demand of key products to propose measures to develop the rice market in the rest of the year.
The Prime Minister has approved a project on rehabilitation and safety improvement for dams, which is to seek official development assistance loans from the World Bank.
The project will run from 2016 to 2022. The World Bank is expected to provide loans worth $415 million out of the total cost of $443 million. With three components, it aims to support the implementation of a government program on reservoir safety by improving the safety of prioritized dams and reservoirs, as well as to protect downstream communities. 35 localities across the country will benefit from both the reservoir program and the dam safety project. Under the project, 450 dams at high risk of breakdown will be repaired, while 718 reservoirs will be equipped with monitoring and flood warning device. A national database on dam safety management will be upgraded, making it easier for data sharing among relevant units. The scheme aims to ensure water supply for nearly 4.1 million people and 182,000 hectares of agricultural land. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development was assigned to approve a feasibility report to be used as reference for negotiations with the World Bank on financial assistance for the project.
The Ho Chi Minh City branch of the State Bank of Vietnam reported that remittance sent by overseas Vietnamese to the city hit $3.7 billion in the first 10 months of 2015, up 14% over the same period last year. In October alone, the remittance to the city amounted to $450 million. The increase was attributed to some factors, including an upward trend of Vietnamese remittance to the country and the recovery of domestic production and business activities in the year-end months. The enforcement of the revised housing law that permits overseas Vietnamese to buy houses in the homeland is another reason behind the surge. Ho Chi Minh City has been one of the top localities nationwide receiving the biggest volumes of remittance, accounting for 40 to 45% of the total in previous years. The amount of inward remittance to the city is expected to hit $5.5 billion this year. Last year, Vietnamese living abroad remitted over $5 billion to the city, 4.2% higher than in 2013. Foreign arrivals to Vietnam reached more than 6.33 million in the first 10 months of this year, a decrease of 4.1% year-on-year.
The Vietnam National Administration of Tourism reported in October the number of foreign visitors to the country increased 3.6% against the previous month and 16.1% compared to the same month last year. Tourist growth was seen in markets with visa exemptions, high spending and long stays such as the Republic of Korea, Hong Kong, Singapore, Spain, Finland and the US. Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City tourism has seen encouraging results over the past months. In the first 3 quarters, the capital posted a 13% year-on-year increase in the number of foreign tourists and a 10% annual rise in tourism revenue. The Southern Economic Hub is estimated to receive over 3.63 million visitors in the first 10 months, up 4.6% year-on-year, and fulfilling 77% of the yearly target. During the 10th-month period, the Central Coastal Province of Binh Thuận welcomed 363,510 international arrivals, up 12.3% against the same period last year. More than 750,000 domestic and foreign tourists visited Phu Quoc Island in the southern province of Kiên Giang, marking a year-on-year increase of 44%. In the remaining months of this year, the Vietnamese tourism sector will carry out a range of measures to lure vacationers, including promotion programs abroad. Vietnam attended the World Tourism Market in the UK from November 2nd to 5th and will take part in a tourism fair in Jeonju City, China this December. To attract tourists from European markets, which enjoy visa exemptions, the administration will organize programs introducing the Vietnamese tourism in France, Germany, Spain and Belarus, as well as welcome business and journalist delegations from these countries to explore Vietnam's tourism. The local tourism potential will be introduced in Singapore and Hong Kong, as they are the largest tourist transit centers in Asia. A new regulation on passport and visa fees, which will take effect on November 23rd, is expected to lure more foreign holidaymakers to the country. Accordingly, a single entry visa fee will be cut down from $45 to $25, and for a multi-entry visa valid for 3 months, the fee will be $50 instead of the current $95.
And that has wrapped up our news bulletin. Thank you for your attention. We'll see you soon.